Another cold day, and oddly enough, some of these apps are saying there's a chance of snowfall today. I was looking at the sky. I don't think there is. It's pretty clear and blue here anyways. And with that in mind, what did I read today? How about this one in terms of some kind of debate in regards to birds and drones? This one says CAAP eyes use of trained birds versus drones. Bird strikes. What's this about, huh? It says the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines is eyeing the use of trained birds to address illegal drone operations and bird strikes near airports. So it's not just for the drones itself, it's just to take care of other birds in general. It says, during a hearing of the Senate Committee on Public Services on Tuesday, Captain Ian Michael Del Castillo, head of the CAAP Aerial Work Certification and Inspection Division, said that countries like Ireland, France, and Netherlands were using trained birds to neutralize unauthorized drones. He added that trained birds could also help divert other birds that may cause dangerous strikes near airports. Asked if the CAAP had measures to protect the airport from possible terrorist drone attacks, Del Castillo said there were none at the moment because the technology was too expensive, with a subscription-based anti-drone service costing $1 million a month. Is that really the case? Holy smokes. The CAAP, however, is currently studying other options, noting that as technology progresses, prices tend to go down. It is also collaborating with other government agencies to enhance drone safety measures. I remember reading about that before, where people were training hawks or eagles or something like that to take down drones early on. And apparently they found it's just too expensive to keep training animals to go after drones. I would think it would be more cost efficient to use things, for example, like those jammers and so forth, or if anything, just use another drone to go up to them, for example, like use a net, like kind of like what you heard in the other stories. Unless they're really heavy duty drones of some sort anyways, most of them, they can be taken down so easily too. So I don't think it needs to be that sophisticated. Because without that, in terms of protecting the skies, what is going on in the US with all these plane crashes and so forth? How about this one, where apparently there was a collision where a jet collided with another aircraft that was just parked? Like, what is going on, huh? This one says, Arizona plane crash, NTSB investigating after jet collides on airport runway. Federal investigators were working Tuesday to find out what led a pair of private jets to collide on a runway at a small airport in Scottsdale, Arizona. The crash occurred Monday afternoon when a Learjet owned by Motley Crue singer Vince Neil veered off the runway at Scottsdale Airport and hit a parked Gulfstream jet, officials said, adding that it appears the plane's landing gear had failed. No official cause of the crash has been announced. Again, what the heck is going on, huh? It seems kind of coincidental with all these incidents. It almost makes me think, oddly enough, kind of like when they had all these talks about drone regulations and so forth. There's just so much news popping up about the dangers of drones crashing and so forth. It seems like it's kind of the same thing now, except it's with traditional manned aircraft and all that. Again, what is going on? And one piece of news that was spreading around a lot here recently, it was kind of interesting, as apparently there was an Oscar award-winning singer that had her Canadian honors taken away, per se. I was like, wait, what's this about? This one says, Buffy Sainte-Marie stripped of prestigious Canadian honor. The Canadian government has stripped Buffy Sainte-Marie of one of the country's highest honors after a 2023 news report found she had fabricated claims of Indigenous ancestry. The Oscar-winning singer's Order of Canada's termination was publicly shared on Saturday in the Canadian government's official online publication, the Canada Gazette. Canada's Governor-General, Mary Simon, signed off on the action on January 3rd, according to the notice. So to explain more about it, it says, best known for her 1964 anti-war anthem, Universal Soldier, and for co-writing the Academy Award-winning song Up Where We Belong, Sainte-Marie received the Order of Canada in 1997 for her services to Indigenous Canadians. According to the entry about her in the Canadian Encyclopedia, Sainte-Marie has identified as Cree from the Plattput First Nation in Saskatchewan since early 1960s and has long been recognized as a major Indigenous artist. So out of curiosity, I watched the investigative report, and from what I gather, the claim there was this singer is born from just a regular, I guess, Caucasian family from the US, specifically in Massachusetts, But as time went on, it seemed like for whatever reason, various news sources were reporting that she was Indigenous. So you can imagine when you're part of some kind of minority group, for example, you are likely to get more spotlight and attention because there probably isn't much people who have that same opportunity. And when that happened, it seemed like out of random, I guess people who were knowledgeable about the subject matter watched the interviews and started to say, for example, hey, this doesn't add up. It kind of sounds like people who often make up their backgrounds and experiences in order, I guess, to capitalize on it. For example, like the claim here is, no, she's not Indigenous. Basically, she's just doing that to try to capitalize on all the benefits that could come with when you are part of, I guess, like a minority group of sort. And after that investigation, it was discovered she did indeed have a birth certificate. It was in Massachusetts, and then there was claims where her family members apparently knew all along that she was just like a regular, for example, kid born in a regular Caucasian family and all that. But the claim is she started to threaten them with high-priced lawyers and so forth, where if they even mention about it or pursued it, like with the media and so forth, they would potentially be sued for things like defamation. So it kind of went on and on. But as evident, as you can see, I guess eventually they just decided to strip her of this title based on all the evidence. Now, despite this, it seems like she was posting various stuff online trying to defend her position, I guess you could say, but people are still skeptical and all that.
I want to update you on some questions that are going to be raised in the media about my truth and my ancestry, and I want to ensure you hear it from me first. For 60 years, I've been sharing my story as I know it. I'm an artist, an activist, a mom, a survivor, and a proud member of the Native community with deep roots in Canada. I also found a new family, a chosen family. And they took me in as an adult in accordance with Cree law and traditions, and they claim me as their own. This has been and always will be my truth. Now I've taken a step away from performing for my health, but at the same time, there are those who wish to question me. I can only think of all those I love and all those who see themselves in my story. And to those who question my truth, I say with love, I know who I am.
And it makes you wonder in this case, do you think she's telling the truth? Do you think she's just blatantly lying to benefit from it? Or do you think she's delusional? And can you imagine all the times in history where there was something like this, where the person just ended up, I guess you could say, if it's true anyways, ends up getting away with it? It completely distorts history. That's kind of disappointing too, because in this case, if everything is true, this person essentially took the opportunity away from someone else who legitimately, let's just say, has that background and all too. This is crazy. These birds actually fly around the whole place now. They follow me. Watch this. Like I'm literally walking. Alright, see you guys later.